Yeah, let's go ahead, Ben.
Perfect. Caeden, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing pretty well. So let me know how you're feeling, man. To see Robo, as I heard everyone call him in the dugout there, 13 Ks for him, career high. What'd you think of Justin today?
Yeah, I thought he was awesome today. I think he went 7 innings of one-hit baseball, and he was pretty much untouchable today, and that was huge for us. Huge.
So we saw Brett Stanley do it yesterday. I talked to a couple guys yesterday, and they told me whenever Brett goes on the field, we know he's going to get a job done. And he did it yesterday. Did you guys have that same confidence he was going to do it today?
Yeah, every single time he comes out, he's that guy for us that's going to come out and just do what he does, make big pitches and get big outs for us. And then every time he comes out, I have complete confidence in him. I think the whole team does as well.
So that eighth inning, that was pretty crazy. On the first, the top of it, and then the bottom of it when you guys kind of answered there. Did that first home run that Brock hit? Now, did that go over the batter's eye, or was that to the left of it?
That went over the batter's eye. Yeah, he's got some big boy pop in that bat.
Does that happen often in practice, or is that kind of a rare sight?
It happens every now and then with our bigger guys in BP, but it's definitely not something that's going to happen a lot. So that's for the people that were there today, that's definitely a sight to see.
Yeah, for sure. I almost didn't believe it at first. I was like, did that really go over? I needed to ask you, right?
Yeah, it went over. He hit a long way.
The dugout was pretty hyped there. Was that kind of the moment everyone just kind of got tension released a little bit?
Yeah, especially after that top of the eighth inning, getting those big outs. I think that's what kind of amped us up a little bit. And then after that home run, our dugout just started going after that. And that's what gave us all the energy we had in that eighth inning.
And of course, you hit that double off the wall there in the eighth. I guess everyone, Caede got a piece of the wall there. Just that eighth inning, I guess something got into the bats, right?
Oh yeah, we had some big swings. I think, like you said earlier, like that home run is kind of what started off, and it kind of gave us a little bit more confidence after we knocked that starter out of the game. So it was good to get those big hits in that inning.
Well, no doubt. Caeden, my name's Ben. I'll be here for the Ocali all season, so it was nice to talk to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Caeden.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Is Riddle in there?
I can grab him for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, go ahead and ask me some questions.
Yeah, so Justin, my name's Ben. I'm just with the Ocali. I'll be here covering y'all all season. Nice to meet you.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
So let me know, in the dugout there, are they calling you Robo or is it Roblo?
It's Robo. It's Robo. That's been my nickname since maybe third grade. From third grade on, it's been it, and it's stuck. So just kind of rolled with it. I like it. I like it now. I think when I was in third grade, I didn't really like it, and then it's kind of grown on me since then. So.
Obviously it has some resemblance to your name there. Is it maybe like a version of Robot? So how'd that come about?
No, so my last name's Wrobleski, and I guess somehow a coach here or there was just let's call him Robo, and that's kind of what they did because it's kind of a hard name to say. So there's a W in front of the R. That's the key. It's WROBO. So.
Gotcha. Well, Justin, dude, you were great today. 13 Ks, career high. Is that something you're thinking about as you're on the mound?
No, man. I'm just thinking about executing pitches, and I think that's been the biggest thing I've learned since I've gotten to OSU and kind of talk to Rob and just take every outing as a chance to get better and a chance to execute every pitch at a high level, and that's kind of all I'm focused on when I'm out there. I have no idea what I'm at or what I'm doing, but it's always a lot of fun. I will say that much.
And how the bats didn't really come alive there until the later part of the game. When you're not seeing a whole lot of runs up on the board, how does that just motivate you to keep on going out there and keep on throwing strikes?
I've talked to Rob about this too, and I think at the end of the day, if I do my job out there, my job is to give up no runs. So, I don't need a whole lot. I'm not really paying attention to what the offense is doing. I'm kind of coming back in the dugout and kind of visualizing, thinking about what I'm going to do the next inning or some pitches I made the inning before that maybe weren't where I want them to be. That's kind of my view on it, but you can't really get too worried about that because if you do, then that's the wrong way to think about it. So.
And Justin, just like yesterday, we saw Brett come out here in the eighth and do some Brett Stanley things. Christian yesterday told me he's like, whenever Brett comes on the field, we know a job's about to get done. Yeah. What did you think of Brett today?
Brett's a stud, man. He's a stud. He's he'll go out there and he'll put it on the line for us, and he'll always get the job done, man. Brett's a great guy and great competitor, and I love to watch him pitch out there. And yeah, we all have that confidence in him that he's going to get the job done regardless of what the situation is, because that's just who he is, man.
And hey, I got to ask lastly about that home run Brock hit over the batter's eye. Dude, how impressive of a swing was that?
Yeah, that was a missile, man. Brock's got a lot of pop, and we've nothing new. We saw it all fall, and even in the spring he's hit a couple of homers, and that guy can hit, and love having him behind the dish when I'm pitching, and he's a great guy, and I have a lot of fun throwing to him and kind of talking to him through the game, and kind of getting the strategy worked out and ready to go. So it was a missile, man. It was a missile.
Sure was. Well, Justin, thanks for your time today. It was really nice to meet you.
Yeah, no problem. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, how are you today?
Hey, Ben, how are you? Good. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. So, kind of take me through, I guess, your thoughts on the game as a whole, Coach.
Really great matchup of two good starting pitchers. Our guy did an amazing job. Justin Wrobleski was pretty dominant. I thought he got better as the game went on. He competed well, had a swing and miss curveball, really explosive fastball. I thought he pitched with a lot of aggression. Catcher did a great job working with him. Had one really nice inning on offense early to get a one-run lead. Couldn't string together a whole lot else off of their starter, and that's a compliment to him and his ability to change speeds and locate his pitches kind of beneath the ball or outside the ball. We didn't get enough balls inside to drive, inside the hitting zone, and then he would make some really good pitches late inside. So he pitched a good game, and we knew he was a tough one. I knew watching film he would be tough to solve. So to get him out of there, I think the rest of the story is Brett Stanley coming in a jam, handling that situation as well as you can handle it, and then to score in the bottom of the eighth was big. That gave us a little bit of a small cushion, which proved to be important when Grand Canyon made a rally there in the ninth inning. So nice play to end it. Alex Garcia in the dirt twice, once to end the eighth, once to end the ninth. You can't overlook how big those plays were by him at first base. So good win for our team, and we look forward to coming out again and taking another shot at tomorrow.
And it's not oftentimes that a pick play at first base where, first baseman kind of scoops up like that is the play that gets this whole place going the most. Like you said, you can't overstate that play, but try and overstate it for me. Just how big was that?
Well, I think it's neat that the crowd recognized the importance of that play and applauded and recognized good baseball. That's awesome. That's signs of an intelligent fan base and people watching the game. So that's great. I think it's clear as day how important it was. That scoop alone in the eighth ended what would have been a game-tying rally and potentially more. And then obviously in the ninth, to pick that ball like that ends the game and keeps them from having one more swing at trying to tie you up or go ahead. So he picked the ball, which created inning outs and prevented runs. And those are awfully big things. So you can't undervalue defense at first base. And Alex has done a great job over there for us ever since he's been here.
Now, Coach Holliday, a couple weeks ago, I had a chance to hop on a Zoom call with Coach Tim Corbin. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about, your relationship with Tim?
Sure.
So he told me that he first got to know you while he was recruiting you when he was at Clemson. What was your first memory of Coach Corbin?
I remember him most probably just because he was always right up against the fence, closest to the action. So I think as a young player, you can kind of remember people's faces who stood out in the crowd. And he, at the time, was working at a university that all players were interested in Clemson. And so I would say just the fact that he was at a really good school. I remember him as well from being a bat boy for the Cowboys and being on the road with my dad's team once and playing against Clemson. So I remembered who he was and what he looked like. And that was kind of my first interaction with him as a friend / mentor / player coach.
Was he a pretty good recruiter?
He's probably he would probably be labeled the best recruiter or one of the best. He's been successful everywhere he's gone, and he's just a really great all-around coach, person, friend. So he does a lot of things exceptionally well and definitely recruits some of the best players in the country.
Now, another thing he told me is that you talk, on the phone like 2-3 times a week. What are those phone conversations like?
A lot of times they're fun. He's a very funny and humorous. He's just got a great way to try to keep what we do, which we love what we do, but keep it lighthearted at the same time, because sometimes you can put a little bit extra pressure on yourself, or maybe take things so seriously and so personally that you make it harder than it is. But a lot of times it's just to share a good laugh or exchange an idea, check in on each other's families. We enjoyed our time together in Nashville, not just at the field, but together as families, having dinner, going on vacations. We just had a lot in common. It was a very comfortable friendship that wasn't just about coaching, but rather just life, which is what you want with your coaches and what you strive for. You want to have joy at the field, but also that mutual respect and friendship, and we were blessed to have that.
And that's what he kind of relayed to me, is like just how tight you guys are, off the field, and aside from baseball. He told me that he's like, Ben, it's not often where when you invite a coach out to dinner, he'll bring his family. And I guess I wasn't really expecting that, but it was great getting to meet his kids and stuff, and Josh's kids and everything like that. How much of a family affair is it between the Hollidays and the Corbins?
I think we were fortunate to go to Nashville at the time we did. Our children were young. It was a great environment for us to, raise our young children at the time. Olivia was in elementary school. Brady was a toddler. The way the program was run, our wives were able to be so much a part of what we were doing, and also our children. And you want your children to feel welcomed at the field, and he loves on our kids just like he would his own. And so that was greatly appreciated, that you could do your job and work hard at it, but also have your family there and be around all the time and travel with the team. So I think that made working there very joyful for me, and made the coaching experience for all of us something that we all look back on and cherish, and probably a big reason why our friendship now, 9 or 10 years later, is stronger than it's ever been.
Do you think, you or your family will get to see Coach Corbin outside of O'Brien Stadium next weekend?
Heck yeah. I mean, we're going to line up and compete our tails off against each other, but I mean, he's a friend. I'm going to go say hi to him and stick around on Thursday when they get in town and welcome him and their program and the people inside their program that I'm friends with they're great people. And there's nothing wrong with elite competition, but also friendship. I mean, there's an ability to have both and mutually share a passion for the game. So we will compete hard in between the lines, and at the end of the day, we'll respect one another and move on down the road.
Has the series come up on these weekly phone calls you guys make?
No, but he's probably worried about his game today, and I'm worried about our game tomorrow, and we'll worry about Tuesday's game Tuesday, and then by the time Friday gets here, we'll be ready, right? So you just take them one at a time, but when the time comes, that'll be something that I'm sure everybody will look forward to, but not until we get there. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game.
Certainly. And Coach, lastly, you said he was just a funny guy. I guess, do you have maybe a funny Coach Corbin story, or what maybe specifically cracks you up about Coach Corbin?
Oh, I mean, I think probably just he's very intense and very focused and extremely organized, and he has a crazy amount of discipline and keeps just a super serious routine. But every now and then you can just tell he wants to take a deep breath, and usually those deep breaths were over a pizza or plate of nachos. We would tell great stories at night. I think just all the moments of friendship, once that serious focus could take a break in the evenings, those were the fun times. Those are the funny stories where you could just sit there and laugh. And so I learned a lot from him. I learned how to go hard and work hard, but also learned how important it is to love what you do. And I think just the greatest joy and fun is in those moments where you can just sit back and take a deep breath and laugh. But I think on the field, he's all business, and he does things the right way. And he's a great example to everyone that plays for him or coaches with him on how to run an elite program.
Certainly, and I kind of got a piece of that when he complimented my dorm room behind me when I was on the Zoom call in there.
Yeah, he's fun. I mean, he's fun. Like I said, he knows when to take a deep breath. But safe to say that there's a standard that I think Vanderbilt baseball has worked towards and achieved, and Oklahoma State baseball is working towards and achieving. And it's a pretty steady race to try to be great. There's just not much room for error, and he's he's just a great reference to talk to about certain things. But I would say just some of the funnier stories is he just loves to laugh. He'd take us all at Christmas to Dollywood, which is an amusement park in the mountains of Tennessee, and we'd go to live music and ride roller coasters and eat pizza and just have fun. Just enjoy each other. I mean, there's just really nothing more to it than having a good time and taking a deep breath when you can.
Is he a guy who will ride the biggest, baddest coaster out there?
I don't remember if he did, but his wife Maggie will. She's not scared of anything. So they're a great pair. They're a great pair together.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.